Hey, I'm Dirty Dan and welcome back to Greasy Boy Customs. Today on Tuesday Tool Talk episode 2, we're going to talk about Eastwood's electric throatless shears as well as their bench mounted model. Let's go ahead and dive in and take a little look at them.
I'm Dirty Dan. Welcome back to Greasy Boy Customs.
Oh, well, no, I'll be damned. No. This is my show. I love you.
I like you.
All right, first up on the list is going to be the throatless electric shears. Now, as you can see, it's pretty simple. You just turn it on after you plug it in. Has a similar design, what you'll see on the benchtop model, to allow metal to pass through at an endless length. This is great when you're cutting long panels, and even if you need to make a slight curve, this can accommodate for it. Another nice feature is that these blades can be changed out when they wear down and can be easily purchased from Eastwood. Now, this came in right around $60, and I really think it's going to be worth it. Let's go ahead and try it out on some stuff. First things first, you may have noticed, I named my tools. This one is going to be named Edge Shearing, because I'm a dad, and that's what we do. Now, you want to pay attention to what direction you're cutting with this. If you cut this direction with it, your metal is actually going to curl up into the tool. Now, this is fine if you're doing just a little shortcut, like a couple inches, but when doing a longer cut, you want to pay attention to which way the metal is being disposed and how it rolls off. So we are going to cut from this direction. You just kind of line it up and turn it on. Now that cut through there pretty nice. I did have a little bit of a messed up edge on here that caused a little bit of resistance, but overall it cut nice and straight. I'm going to show you what I was talking about with it curling up into your hand. All right, next we're going to do a little bit of a curve with it and just see how it does. Again, line it up. All right, so it actually did a really nice job. The only downside I see to this is depending on what direction you're cutting, it does distort the metal a little bit. Now this is 18 gauge, but this is something you can easily straighten out with your hammer and dolly, no problem, or just on a flat surface and smack it right. All right, next we're gonna go over the bench mounted model. Now I've had this for a little while already. I purchased it about a year ago and it's already had a really thorough workout. Lots of metal jobs with it, and I haven't had to touch the blades. We're going to take a little bit closer look at this, and then we're going to cut some metal with it. This is a real basic design. It's pretty simple. You've got 3 mounting bolts that hold it to the surface, whatever surface you want. You can make a stand for it too. I just have it on the bench right now. It does have a safety pin that will hold the blade in place. You just simply remove that. These blades are also serviceable and can be purchased back again through Eastwood. This ran me about $200 if I remember correctly. I think I got it on sale. And we're going to go ahead and cut some metal with it and show you what we can do. Again, for this we're going to be using 18 gauge sheet metal. Now we're going to start off with some straight cuts. This machine disposes of the metal down through here. So it's actually kind of nice to have it on a stand where it won't hit something like a table while the metal is being ejected. It's a really simple thing. You just stick it in there and grab your lever. You can take little bites if you want, or you can go ahead for a nice full stroke. Overall, pretty smooth. Look at that. There's just a little bit of debris on there. You just pull it off with your fingers. Now, if you're going to do a full stroke with it, try to make sure that you're not out here and ending the stroke in the middle of your piece. It's better to take smaller bites as you go. Now, when you're doing curves, pay attention again to the way that you're feeding the metal in and paying attention to which way it's going to dispose the metal. If we were trying to do it this way, it would be trying to bend this whole sheet of metal down below the machine. But the best thing to do is make your waste go out on this side. So same thing, line up your mark. With curves, it's better to take smaller bites and just kind of roll it as you're going, nice and smooth. This thing makes really clean cuts. I honestly have no complaints about it. And look at that, we're just following along. I feel like Bob Ross painting happy trees up here. Boom, there you go. Again, just a little bit of burring on the edges, not much at all. You can see it a little bit better on the back side. And it did distort just a little bit on the end, but again, simple fix. You can even put it on this surface and smack it with your hammer and you're good to go. All right, so overall, I think I made pretty solid purchases with both of these. For less than $300, you can have both of these versions of the throatless shears. Now, there are other options on Eastwood's website for metal shears, as far as electric hand shears, and they even have some neat little nibblers if you like to use those as well. Please feel free to visit their site and check it out and look into it. If you have any comments, questions, or suggestions, like usual, hit me up at greasyboycustoms@gmail.com. Until next time, thank you so much for joining me, and happy hot rodding.